Hey everyone, welcome to my training. I'm calling this the My Contribution Training because this is about just little tiny steps to figuring out what you really have to contribute. So I'm coming to you from Target because the truth is in the little tiny nuances of life and little tiny things that bring us discomfort, we can identify our gifts. So come stroll with me through Target. Okay, I chose to do this from Target because it's like stuff happens here, right? Little things that sometimes we never actually even address. Like, for instance, the time my debit card was declined, or the time someone like kind of slammed into me in the aisle. Little things happen. So, okay, step number 1 is identify what occurred. Something that caused you discomfort. Something that made you just feel kind of yucky inside. And I want you to literally summarize what happened in like 2 sentences in your mind right now. Like what I just did. My credit card got declined. Or whatever, right? So, what occurred? Think of that, hold it in your mind. If at any point you need extra time, just push pause and then you can start over again. So, step number 2 is we're going to identify the feelings that you have in your body. So, let's just kind of go to an area where there isn't anyone. And let's talk about this. So the feelings that are bringing you discomfort, you can identify those in your body. And I'm one of those wacky people that will literally pause to take time to do this in the middle of my day because I'm worth it, and so are you. So something occurred, it caused you discomfort. I want you to put yourself back in that situation. If you need to close your eyes, do that. Put yourself back in the situation that caused you discomfort, and then identify where you feel the discomfort in your body. Because somewhere in your body, the discomfort is showing up. And then ask yourself, like, what does it really feel like? Is it tense? Is it heavy? Is it tight? Is it full? Does it feel empty? Is it hot or cold? What is the sensation like? Maybe is it tingly? Is it warm? And then maybe even take that a step further. You could give a color or assign a color to the feeling that you're feeling. What color would it be? Or what shape would it have? Get really present with that feeling. And then we're going to sit here for 1 whole minute and just feel the feeling. And we're kind of hiding in this back random aisle of Target. And you don't have to, close your eyes or whatever. You can totally just stand here and feel the feeling in the middle of your day, wherever you're at. I'm going to do this myself. I'm thinking of a time that I was uncomfortable, and I'm feeling the feelings in my body. What it looks like, what it feels like. And we really only have to sit with it for 1 minute. Sometimes not even a whole minute. You can just kind of follow it until you feel a shift. And when you feel that shift, you can be done. Even if the shift doesn't feel like necessarily better. Maybe the shift is, we're kind of blocked out here, but maybe the shift is still kind of uncomfortable, but it's just different than what you first noticed. That's fine. It just gives us an opportunity when we're inside of our body. It gives us an opportunity to really so when we really feel the sensations in our body, it just opens up a little bit more space, gives us an opportunity for a little bit more clarity, a little bit more openness, a little bit more rhythm. So just take a deep breath and breathe that in. Okay, so step number 3 is to give a little message of compassion and kindness to yourself. So if you want to, and I literally do this all the time in public, I don't think anybody notices. No one's ever said anything to me, but I place my hand on my heart and I will literally say to myself, just quietly, things like, man, that really hurt. Or, I'm really sorry that you experienced that. Or, you know, your feelings are really normal. To just give yourself that little moment of compassion. Okay, so we have identified what occurred, something that made us feel uncomfortable. Step number 2, we felt it in our bodies, right? Right in the middle of the grocery store. Step number 3 was sending that little message of kindness and compassion. I totally have these written on my fingers because that's how simple it is. It's like write these on your fingers, and this is this easy to do. So step number 4 is the empowerment piece. So I want you to think back to the situation again and kind of mentally put yourself in the situation and ask yourself this question. 1, either what did I do in a situation that made me feel that I feel good about? What did I do in a situation that I really feel good about? Or if there was nothing, because maybe there was nothing, maybe it was this total bomb. What in the situation can I say I'm really learning? Like, what am I really learning from having this situation? So come up with an answer to that. And we're talking about like a 1 to 2 word answer here. What can you honestly say? It's like, oh, you know what? I did do that, or I am learning this piece. And then when you come up with your word, I want you to enter it into this phrase. The phrase is, I know my power lies in this. And then enter that word into there. And this is the whole thing. This is what you contribute to the world. I mean, we sit here and we go, oh, like I feel bad about myself. What am I really doing in this life? What am I really contributing in this life? And we just found one tiny piece, one tiny gift or strength that you have. It's amazing because in these uncomfortable situations that happen in our lives, and they happen all the time, there are these little tidbits of like gifts that we can find inside of ourselves. So the very last piece of this, which is our piece number 5, is to just send a little thought of gratitude to the uncomfortable situation. Wow, hey, thank you for showing up so that I could learn this awesome thing in my life and learn about myself. And this is the whole piece. Okay, so you've identified this empowerment piece. You've identified where your power lies. And let's just get real about this. If you show up this way in one moment of discomfort, then likely you show up this way in every other area of your life, because the way you show up anywhere is the way you show up everywhere. So how does this strength play out in your relationships? How does it play out in your workplace? How does it play out in your home, in your community? This really, like, there's deep stuff found inside of a tiny dumb trigger in the middle of the grocery store, or whatever your discomfort moment was. And then when you really think about owning that, I know my power lies in this thing. What does that bring up for you? Because you know there's going to be obstacles in really owning this gift, owning this power of yours. Like, are you afraid of failure? Do you have self-doubt? Are you afraid of maybe what other people will think if you start really owning this power? I mean, heck, are you even afraid of what are people going to think if they know you did this crazy thing with Melissa in the middle of the grocery store? So obstacles are going to come up. This is where I come in. I can't wait to get on the phone with you and talk about what you experienced during this training and where to go from here. That's what I can do for you. Really help you get into the nitty-gritty of it. Get into why you haven't owned this power already, because you knew this was one of your strengths. If you really get clear with yourself, you know who you are. So that's the piece, is I would love to get on the phone with you. Let's set up a call, a free call with me to really delve into this. You know, and this is actually what I'm doing. I'm creating a 6-week program. It starts in January, the beginning of January. And that's the whole purpose, is to identify your power, identify your femininity, and identify how you show up in your relationships, in your life, and really get to the core of what's holding you back from experiencing exactly what you want in your life. And so if you're watching this and you just did this and you're thinking, oh man, like, I do know who I am, and I want to stop, being held back. I want to live unyielded. I want to live my wild, pure femininity. Then just PM me, and I'll send you the link. You can sign up for the program right now. And otherwise, PM me, and let's get on the phone, baby. Hey everyone. Hope you liked my training. If you haven't already, find me on Facebook, Melisa Keenan, or you can find me at Instagram at Melisa Keenan. Babe, I think you should unbuckle your hat because it's really ridiculous.
Fine.
So check him out.
As long as I get to buckle it down below.
The chin, seriously? You can also look me up on Melisaleekeenan.com. Seriously?
All I had to do is tell me. You're going to give me a smoochie. I had to take the whole thing off by myself.